What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this, man. So the other day, Hassan Campbell was in New York. Well, he was in the Bronx somewhere, the Bronx projects. And, you know, he wanted people to know that I'm still hood. I'm still good in the hood. I can pull up in front of the projects and still blog and ain't nobody gonna touch me. I wish somebody would touch me. I could come to here. I could wear my jewelry. People know what's up. They know the work I put in. I'm good in the hood. So he set up his cameras. He was blogging early in the morning. Early in the morning on a live. So he getting busted out all over social media right now. People insinuating that he fake getting shot. So what you see is him out making a lot of noise early in the morning. And then you hear a bottle bust. Then he look up to the project building like, who threw that bottle? Throw it out again. I'll come in there, I'll kill everybody. That's what he's saying. I'll throw your mom out the window. I'll kill everybody. Then he go back to the camera and check the camera, make sure it's still rolling, catching it. Then he look back up and get the fussing and hollering again. Then look back at the camera, checking the view to see if the numbers. Then you hear another bottle break. Then he gets mad. So he get the huffing and puffing, screaming out all type of threats. Listen, Hassan, man, here's the thing, man. Bro, stop being so fake, man. Stop always trying to make it seem like you popping knowledge, you popping this real stuff, you know what you're talking about, when in reality, you don't know what you're talking about. You go on there talking about how Africa Bambaataa was molesting you when you was a child, only for you to be 35 years old, still was talking and kicking it with this man as a grown adult, knowing what he did to you as a child. But yeah, come on, which one is it, bro? You had ample and plenty of time to correct what that man did to you as a grown man when you calling yourself a killer and the shooter. Which is actually crazy again, because again, you trying to pop knowledge, then you want to say you a killer. You say you for the community, then you destroy the community. You act like you got sense, then anything can be said, now you ain't got sense. Y'all be showing out so much for this internet, it's not even funny. Like you brothers don't have no gift for talent that you could actually just showcase without it being any type of ignorance or foolishness and drama. Like, bro, like, come on, let's just be real. You want to read people's lives off at the same time yours all messed up. Your whole channel is about reading off people's lives. But you ain't even got yours together. What would you be doing if you wasn't on YouTube? If YouTube didn't save you, bro, what would you be doing? Let's just keep it real. If it wasn't for the people putting you in a position to financially gain from you, what would you be doing? What would your life be like? Let's just be real, bro. Do I believe you got shot? Nope. You're a clout chaser. You're a clout chaser. I watched you enough to know you're going to expose and show anything you can, because you love the views. You want your Patreon growing. You ain't gonna miss the chance of showcasing anything that's gonna make you look like you a soldier or you gangster at all. You ain't showing no blood. The person in the car with you ain't saying like, you all right? Let me apply some pressure to it, like a person who really shot would care. And then, bro, stop. That's another thing. Stop acting like you is bulletproof. Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody scared of killers. Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody scared of killers in this day and era. In fact, when you known as being a killer, you the one preyed on the most. Well, where I'm from, that's what happened where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Chicago. Everybody got killers on every side. It used to be a time people used to be scared of killers. Not no more. Now, when you a killer, people trying to use you as a trophy to get a tag off you because they want to look. It'll be a person who never had a body get their first body off a killer. That's what happens in Chicago, where we from. Killers preyed upon. Ain't nobody fears killers. In fact, they be wanting to get rid of them first because they is killers. You always want people to look at you as being a killer. And you actually like to say how you kill people. Okay, well, if that's the case, then you do know there's a death sentence on your life that God have to get done. That's what the word of God says. Whoever kills by man's hand shall his blood also be shed. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, a life for a life. So there's a curse on you if you actually killed somebody. Look at the history of all killers. They got to get killed. Unless they go to get arrested before it happens and they go to prison, then some of them even get killed in prison. That death sentence is going to follow you everywhere you go. So while you be bragging in front of the internet, trying to act like you tough and trying to make it seem like you a gangster and all this, you got those so-called bodies on you, you got a death sentence hanging over you. And you can't avoid it unless you repent and give your life to God, not Allah too. That's another thing. You ain't even smart enough to even know that Allah is a fake God. That's not the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's not the God and Father of Jesus Christ. That's a false, fake Babylonian God. You ain't even smart enough to know that. You look into rappers' life. You look into basketball players' life. You look into athletes' life. You look into politics, but you don't look into by what you believe that you basing your whole eternal soul on. You a black Muslim not knowing the religion you in is actually from a white man. They didn't even know that. Did they know that Mahdi Muhammad is actually a white man? That's who the founder of Islam is. He actually a real white man. And you got so many black guys saying that they Muslims. That be every time I hear a black person say that they're Muslim, I already know you don't study, you don't research, you don't even care about God because you actually pledging your allegiance to Satan himself. Because that's what it means. He's the moon god. That's what it means. That's why they got the crescent moon, because they worship the Babylonian moon god, Allah. That's what it is. Do your history. Look into it. They don't do it though, because they don't want to know the truth. They like joining religions that cosigns and allow them to do the things that they do and act out the way that they act out. He in a jihadist spirit. So that's why he likes saying he a Muslim, because he can be a radical. He can harm people under that false religion. He can lie under that false religion. He can hate under that false religion. And he take on the spirit of that false religion, which is Satan. That's what you're doing. That's what you operating under. And you bring in spirits in your household, over your children, over your wife, over your family. Because that's what happens when you praise a false god. You take upon its spirit, and it's the spirit of Satan. None of the prophets or apostles ever called God Allah. Not one of them. His name is Yahweh Elohim. That's what they call the living true God. Yahweh Elohim. And he's plural. One God made up of three persons. That's the Elohim Yahweh. That's what it means. Singular plural. The one true God that's made up of three distinct persons. Father, Son, Spirit. The Father is not the Son is not the Father, the Spirit is not the Father or Son, but all three of them make up the one true God. That's what makes him so powerful. That's what makes him so unique. That's what separates him from any other God. There is none like it, that the one true God is actually made up of three persons. That's what's so powerful and fascinating and awesome about him. His name was not Allah. Moses didn't call him Allah. Adam didn't call him Allah. Abraham didn't call him Allah. Isaac, Jacob, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Daniel, David, Solomon, Micah, Zechariah, Jonah. None of them ever called him Allah, ever. It's a false god. And y'all take y'all lessons and teachings from a man who couldn't even read or write. I used to be a Muslim. I break that whole thing down like it's nothing and expose it false. This what y'all be saying on your airway. This what you try to talk and propagate and promote to try to make attractive so that people could be up under it. You trying to get people to actually worship Satan and try to call it from God. That's evil. You ain't going to address that. That's more evil than the things you try to cover on rappers and athletes, because idolatry is the worst sin you could ever commit against God. Praising a false God, trying to make it be the real God. That's worse than any sin. That's worse than any sin, because it destroys a person spiritual, physically, and mentally. Who you believe in play a big part of your life and your actions and the choices you make. Your belief means everything. Make no mistake about it. Make no mistake about it. Y'all know, and you know what you worshiping is false. That's why you don't have no conviction. That's why you're not bothered. That's why you could be so fake like that. Fake. Still trying to get approval from people. Still want to make yourself seem like you gangster. They got all that hostility. Have you noticed they always got all this hostility and animosity against brothers? Have you noticed that? They don't go downtown to them courthouses, do they? They don't stand outside in front of them operations of business, do they? They gonna move the hell around. Oh, yeah, but they'll post up in the hood or around the corner. Or, yeah, they know where to go and where not to go. They know where to go and where not to go. See, these people is nothing but oppressors of their own. They'll oppress their own. I bet he wouldn't have went downtown and said that he gonna kill all these people and throw their mamas out the window. I bet he wouldn't. Man, I done seen these guys act all tough and gangster. Soon the police car pull up. They the smartest persons in the world. They so humble. They so respectable. You see these killers turn straight kidding. Soon they see the cops. Let me hide my gun. Put this away. They go to cop. Yeah. What you scared for? You just was tough with the gun around people who ain't have a gun. I don't know, man. Get out of here. These people so fake, man. These people are so fake. Super fake. They do anything for clout, anything for attention. Overgrown men acting like straight up kids. It's terrible. They sell themselves out. Look, you can't tell me none of these dudes wouldn't bend over or suck something. Look how they be willing to sell their souls for nothing. Look how they willing to risk it all for 15 minutes of fame. That's what they willing to risk it for. You can't tell me they'll turn down an Illuminati contract. They ain't turning that down. Look what you're willing to do for a YouTube partnership. Look what you're willing to do for an Instagram like. Look what you're willing to do for a Twitter space request. Man, please. They don't got no honor, no integrity. Their sense of morality is terrible. And be swear they kicking knowledge. Swear you kicking facts. Yeah, to people who don't know the truth, to dummies. He ain't going to talk about his religion false. He ain't going to go into the history of his religion, but he'll go into the history background of Jay-Z. He'll go into the history background of Whack 100. He'll go into the history background of Jay Prince. Why you don't go into the history of your religion or what you believe that you basing your eternal soul on, that you actually propagating on your channel? Why you don't go into that history? Why you don't look into that? You probably ain't even know Muhammad was a white man. Did you know that? Nah, he didn't know that. He didn't know that. He probably thought the prophets and the apostles called God Allah. Not one of them ever called him that. That was unheard of. And Allah is not the God of the Bible. He is not the creator of the heavens and earth. That's Jesus. He didn't even know that. He don't even know that Yahweh is also Jesus. He don't even know that Elohim is also Jesus. He don't even know that. But you're looking at everything else. Get up out of here trying to get people to follow a false, wicked Babylonian religion. Y'all know Babylon, Genesis chapter 11, who tried to build the towers, God destroyed it. The birth of false religions. Your belief mean everything. Make no mistake about it. Don't let these people fool y'all. What a person believes in means everything, because you're going to carry out the actions and act and say the things you say and do based upon your beliefs. Yeah, keep planning them projects. Somebody gonna smoke you for real. These young boys heartless. They don't care about your status. They don't care about you huffing and puffing. You cover it a lot. All the killing you've been covering. What makes you any different? And you ain't even right with God. So you sitting up there huffing and puffing, taunting and provoking somebody to blow your damn brains out, and you ain't even right with God. You're going to bust hell wide open, thinking you're going to be embraced by Allah. Yeah, right. Do you know that Allah is a rock? Yeah, it's a rock. It's in that black stone in Mecca that y'all surround, walk around 7 times. He inside that, broken in pieces, broken in 5 different pieces. Look that up. Man, please, these people crazy, man. They accept anything. They don't want the truth, even though it's all out here. They scared of the truth. But you want to cover everybody else's life, but you don't want to look into your life. Like, man, get out of here. You going to the project trying to threaten people to try to act like you tough and gangster. You want to pop knowledge and kill at the same time. You want to be for the brothers and sisters and kill them at the same time. You want to be about hope and prosperity, but at the same time want to tear down and destroy. These people be so fake, it ain't even funny. It's crazy that people even look to y'all for advice, actually give y'all a like on y'all channel thinking you popping something real. I be listening to that stuff. That stuff is a joke. Listening to these idiots who ain't got the brain the first, who spiritually dead, try to give you advice on life, try to give you advice on relationships, try to give you advice on God. And they don't even know him. Like, man, get out of here. The blind lead the blind and they all fall in a ditch. That's all that is. These people do anything for clout, man. They just want what so many people just thirsty for the acceptance and approval of men. Lord God, I'm so glad you changed my heart. My gosh, I never seen this stuff is sad. It's ridiculous. No wonder we in the fallen state. The state we in is terrible. Man, we hopeless. We lost without Jesus Christ, man. This is terrible. Look at our examples. Look at our leaders. Look at the people who actually got huge followings. Hell, even Tommy Sotomayor got huge followings of people actually thumbing him up and sending him thousands and thousands of dollars for talking ignorant and nonsense. People terrible, man, I swear. Damn. Niggas faking their own death, faking like they going to jail, faking like they getting shot, faking like they love you, faking like they really here to help you, faking like they counselors, faking like they, boy, please. These people so fake.
Bustin' no streets for you, so leave me waiting on you. Bustin' no streets for you, so leave me waiting on you. Bustin' no streets for you.